Well, we all know your produce man, Michael Marks, loves some cool food science.
He's truly in his element today, learning how new fruit types are created at Zaiger's Genetics. Is it Zaigers?
Zaiger Genetics. Zaiger. Yeah, and there's Sonia. Sonia's working hard. She's been here since 1997. She made me do the math. That's 25 plus 3, 28 years. That's 28 springs. She's doing exactly what she's doing. And we're going to explain, she's going to explain what she's doing in just a moment. I put Sean, I'm sorry, Sean. I put him up on the ladder. He's now climbing down. But this is so cool. Oh my goodness. Come on. This is master volume number 2. There is a number 1. This goes from 1974 to 1989. Let me show you what's in here. In 1974, this is his very first cross. Come on over here. And it's a cherry plum is the first one in here. But I wanted to go back here to 1986, a muy importante year. Let me show you this. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 2 old varieties of plums called a Queen Anne and a La Rhoda. Which one's the male, which one's the female? I can't. Queen Anne is the female. La Rhoda is the X. That's the male. So Floyd Zaiger crossed these 2 old varieties of plums. Most of you have no clue what they are. And it created this. And that is what we now call a dapple dandy or a dinosaur egg. One of the very first pluots. Oh my goodness. I better put that back in your hands, Letha, before I drop it or something. Hey, what you're seeing right here, every one of these is blossoms. Inside every one of these is crushed up blossoms. And they take the pollen and they'll actually use this. I guess they create this all by themselves. And they'll put the pollen inside of there and then they start crushing it. And then you've got to take that pollen and you got to go to a male flower or the male part of the flower and you have to pollinate it. Let's go see what Sonia is doing. Sonia, you do something called, here, let me move this so our photographer can get in there and see exactly what you're doing. And go on in there, and Sonia, come on around, and you can explain what you've been doing for 28 springs.
So we are emasculating a flower now. We remove the bud before it opens. And once we have the bud and all its anthers removed, we take our pollen, and we give each pistil a dab of pollen.
That's all it takes?
That's all it takes, just a couple dabs. And
so I see some of the workers
Some of them do use these tweezers to remove them. For some it's easier.
I've heard people say.
For me, I like to use my fingers still, but we just
I think
slip
those
them on in
tweezers
there.
are wasted.
Sometimes the bud falls off. See, I'm not very good at it, and sometimes it doesn't. So.
Oh, very, very cool.
And that sometimes happens, but these are apricot flowers.
And every day, you're hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of blossoms you're doing this to.
Hundreds, yes.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I wanted to find out from Leith. Leith, come over and explain the work that you're doing. You and I were talking about chilling hours because here in the San Joaquin Valley, Stanislaus County, back 30 years ago, it was easy to get 800, 900, 1,000 chilling hours. Correct. Chilling hours means more blossoms on the fruit, and they blossom well in fruit set, right? What kind of chilling hours did you get this year?
Degrees Fahrenheit to get the actual number of chilling hours. So our trees are indicating that it's approximately 300 good hours of chilling this year.
Okay, so they're working on chilling hours because of climate change. And you have, for the first time, we're going to show you a brand new fruit that they have created. This is the very first apple that Zaiger Genetics is releasing. What's the varietal name of this? It has a fun name. What is it?
It has a fun name. The patented name is Z Apple 1.
Z Apple number 1. And so everybody, it doesn't really have a marketing name. So anybody out there, why don't you just write into a Good Day and tell us the marketing name for this brand new apple, the first one that Zaiger Genetics has ever put out. Boy, I've been a kid in a candy store here. This has been so much fun. Back to you guys. I probably talked too much. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Well, it is time to rhyme.